Jasson Dominguez homered in his first ever spring training game, so let's overreact, JJ. He will make the bigs this season.
Don't say it, Sal. I hope I'm wrong. It'd be great to see. Listen, we've heard so much about Jasson Dominguez, the Martian, untouchable, the rookie card being worth $1 million, you know, like all the stuff along the lines of that. Look, I'm dying to see a Yankee youngster go and make an impact. But when you talk about just the raw nature of Jasson Dominguez's game, I just can't see a role in which a win-now Yankee team has him as a part of the plans this year. Elise, don't see it.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I do.
I'm going to make a note of that, by the way. I'll be the first one to give you credit.
Yeah, I know he just turned 20, February 7th, so he's, you know, a young 20. But look, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, they didn't make any moves in left field. And so yes, he has played center field his entire minor league career. I think that he can be a good left fielder. So I think if there's a need for him and if he is playing well in the minors, you always say this assuming that this guy is playing well and that he's doing what he needs to earn that spot and opportunity. But yeah, I don't even know if I really feel like I'm overreacting.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm tired of hearing about him for the last several years. Like, let's just see him already, although I don't think that it's going to happen this year. Elise, Anthony Volpe had a good weekend. Let's overreact. He'll be the Yankees' starting shortstop by the All-Star break.
I'm overreacting. Yeah, I'm overreacting.
You're overreacting a lot, I'm noticing.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. That's what we're here to do today. No, again, because the other position they didn't make a move at was shortstop. I think if you really want to overreact, you could say that Volpe is the next Derek Jeter. So that's really what Yankee fans are preparing for. So
JJ,
he has all the tools, and they're very similar.
I was stoked watching him over the weekend. The swing, we don't want to get nuts here because he's got to do it in the big leagues, but you see the way he attacks the baseball. The swing is similar to Mookie Betts. I'm not telling you he's going to be Mookie Betts, but he's got that sort of swing path. Listen, the point being is this. I don't think he's the shortstop. Why? There's a guy by the name of Oswald Peraza who's ahead of the game defensively, already has big league experience. I think if Anthony Volpe has a role on this Yankee team, he's the second baseman midway through this year, not the shortstop.
Okay, that's interesting. I think, again, all of this is assuming they are playing well and doing what they need to, because you got to let these guys play. I think that's the one thing that we've seen, well, like a couple of games, maybe a game in spring training, but it's assuming they will be the player that you expect them to be because they have all this hype. They've already seen a lot of good things. So I still say shortstop. I know why you're saying that at second. I think that in the infield, and you go back to left field, there's a lot of questions on this Yankee team, and I think if you start to slot someone like Volpe in there, at least you feel more solid at those positions than you talk about Dominguez.
As long as it's not IKF, I'm happy.
Yeah, and right now they get a logjam. I mean, Gleyber is there to be the second baseman right now, and I think they still have at least some expectations for Gleyber Torres. If they move him, then that opens up, obviously, the path for Volpe, let's say, to move
I think Torres
to second base.
Yeah. Mayhew third.
Right.
I think Donaldson you take out of it, and then eventually Dominguez left.
Yeah, but then Peraza, to your point, where Peraza came up last year, looked at a good defensive shortstop. Here's what I'll say. I don't know how similar to the Mets. You can't, you do, but you can't keep everybody. They have to make a decision, and I also think that the Yankees are going to need one of those guys, whether it's Peraza or Volpe, because of the way that they went about their business this offseason, much like the Mets with Beatty and or Alvarez. They're going to need one of those guys, Peraza or Volpe, to be an impact player for them this year, regardless of positions.